Good evening from the Rooster Inn. Wishing you a happy new year as I preview my targets for 2022. I'm going to start with two comets that I'll be looking for. The first one is C 2017 K2. Let me center the display. There it is right now with a magnitude of 11.45. It's going to look a lot better come spring. Where did it go? There it is. And there it is at 3 a.m. On May 2nd. Magnitude is going to be down to 8.9. And as we go further, there is August. Just after midnight, magnitude is 6.83. And where did it go? There it is. And there is October. The magnitude is down to 6.55. PanSTARRS is the Panoramic Survey Telescope and Rapid Response System in Hawaii at the Haleakala Observatory on Maui that detected it automatically in 2017. The other comet that I'll be looking for was discovered by the same observatory only 6 months ago, last July. And it is C 2021 O3. Let me center on this one. The visit of PanSTARRS of C 2021 O3 is going to be a lot shorter, and the only good time for us to see it is going to be in May, early May for that matter, and it's going to be fairly close to the sun most of the time. Right after sunset is going to be the best time to see it, and there it is with a magnitude of 6 on May 1st, 2022. So these are my two comets that I'll be targeting this year. Moving on to the moon, we're going to be blessed with two full lunar eclipses. The first one is going to be on May 16, moon, and there is the moon. Let us center it, and we don't have to go too far here. May 16, actually it's going to be May 15 and 16. And let me zoom in onto the moon and see if we can observe the eclipse as it occurs. We want to stay centered on the moon. And there is the shadow starting. There's the full eclipse, and then it will be clearing up. That is May 16. It actually starts just before midnight on May 15th. Let me see if I can, yep, there we go. Around 9 p.m. on May 15, and then it turns into a blood moon right around midnight, and then it starts clearing completely by 3 a.m. So May 16 is the lunar eclipse. The second lunar eclipse is going to be on November 8th. Let's see if it's going to cooperate with me as we get to November. And there we go. So as we get to November 8th and 3:30 a.m., there's the shadow of the sun coming down onto the moon. And then sun is going to be rising fairly soon, and then by 6:20 the lunar eclipse will end. As far as conjunctions are concerned, it may or may not be a conjunction, but there's going to be an interesting alignment of Venus, Mars, a new moon, and asteroid Vesta on 26 February. There's February 26. Right after sunset, there is the new moon, and searching for Venus and centering on Venus. In the grand scheme of things, let us get rid of the PanSTARRS for now for a minute. There is Venus and the Moon on February 26. This is in the morning. Let me go to the evening. No, it's just before sunrise that they're going to be nicely aligned. And there they are just before sunrise. I don't know if I'm going to find Vesta in here. Yes, there's asteroid Vesta, and there she is. So we have Moon, Venus, Vesta. Mars is not going to be too far away from them, and there is Mars. So there's going to be, don't know if you call it conjunction or not, but they're going to be within the same neighborhood. That's going to repeat on 28 March, a month later, with the addition of Saturn to the collection. There is Saturn. So this is where we're going to have Venus, Saturn, and the new moon all aligned in the same place. March 28, there they are. Venus, Saturn, and the moon. There's going to be a Mars-Saturn conjunction a few days later. April 4 and 5. Where is Saturn? And there they are. There is Saturn, there is Mars, and they're going to be there is Saturn. Let me see how far apart they are. Position in sky. And let me look at Mars's position in sky. So we're looking at 1:45:23, so they're going to be about 16 minutes apart and 40 minutes apart. So that's just about the size of a moon that they're going to be away from each other. The more interesting conjunction is going to happen at the end of the month, and that's going to be Venus and Jupiter. This one I'm looking forward to, simply because they're going to be at the same altitude. Jupiter, center on Jupiter, and there they are, Jupiter and Venus. And if I go earlier in the morning, there they are. Just before sunrise, Jupiter and Venus are going to be less than a moon apart, and that is April 30th. On May 1st, they're going to get even closer, but they will have changed places. And my last item of interest this year is going to be Mars in opposition on December 8. Actually, most of the early part of Mars, early part of December, Mars should be fairly large to look at. There is Mars. Let me take us to December. And as we look at Mars early in the morning, it's going to have a magnitude of minus 1.8. Let me take us to December 8, which is where it's supposed to peak. We're looking at a magnitude of minus 1.87, which makes it fairly bright. The more interesting thing to me is that it's going to be at 17 arc seconds. Using my Celestron Edge HD, my 8-inch, with a Canon EOS Rebel SL3, that will give me about 50 pixels for Mars, which is fairly good. I'm looking forward to taking some good pictures of Mars. I skipped over winter. I'll be continuing my quest for the Messier Marathon. There are two chances this winter where it's a new moon and lots of galaxies will be accessible. From where I live at 43 degrees latitude, we are unlikely, actually, we will not be able to see all 110 on the same day. My record has been close to 100. We'll see what we can do this year. That's it from the Rooster and Observatory. I wish you dark skies and looking forward to what 2022 brings. So long.